You better turn up. You better be.
Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So it's my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to focus on the plain pentagon for the cruise clues. You need to make a total of 5 and each one of these colors should be the same, and the color breakdown is available in the handbook, and I'll provide a link from that in the more information of this video. So this is a mystery stitch along for our crochet cruisers for Panama Canal, and what you can see is that we are going to make a total of 5 of these beautiful little pentagons. Really quite easy to do. Also recommending that you get a baggie, so each one of these that you do you can put inside a baggie and then bring those with you on the ship. You can put them all in one bag or separate the 5 different motifs that we're gonna do into its own bag, and it's good. That's good. If you are unable to identify what is a corner, then you can mark it with a spare piece of yarn on each one of the corners that you would like to do, and you will use those when you go to attach to something else that is within this particular idea. So that's what we're gonna do today, and let's grab our either Super Saver yarn, Bernat Super Value, or an equivalent in your 4mm size G6 crochet hook. It is all about tightness, and the distance of these are approximately 2 inches. So when you're going to put this down, that is what you're aiming for. You will not be switching your project with other cruisers on board, so just make sure that they are all within the same tension with your own crochet hook. And if you can't do your homework, please get somebody else to do that for you, but make sure their tension matches yours. So without further ado, let's start the plain pentagons. So with all of these, they're recommending either a magic circle, or you can do a chain 2 depending on how tight you would like to be right in the middle. To do a magic circle, you lay the yarn down in front of your palm and you go up over 2 fingers only. So wrapping around 2 fingers, and then when you get over there, cross it over like that. Okay, so when you went around, you crossed over, and you were just going to grab the yarn and pull through, and then you can take it off your fingers, and what you want to do is you want to crochet over top of these 2 strands here. So let's begin. So what it says is to do a magic circle. So you're just going to chain 1 to lock that circle, and then you're just going to 5 single crochets. So let's do that. So we have 1, 2, 3, noticing that I'm going up over top of the 2 strings, just like you see, and this is 4 and 5. And once you have 5, you take this strand right here and pull it as tight as you can, and that will pull it into a circle. And also recommending, once you get that done, you are going to use a tapestry needle to secure that into position. So what I would recommend at this point is just pull this loop up a little bit and grab a spare piece of yarn or a stitch marker and put it into the last stitch, and that will mark when you're going all the way around, like so. So put this back onto the hook, pull it tight, and now we're ready to begin round number 2. In round number 2, we're just gonna immediately jump to the first stitch. If you're not sure, you can count back 5 from the hook. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see it's right there. So you want to put in 2 single crochets into each one of the stitches all the way to that stitch marker. So this is 1 and 2, and then jump to the next one. 1 and 2. And then next one, 1 and 2. Next one, 1 and 2. And finally the last one has the stitch marker in it, so you just do that as well. So just 1 and 2, but watch what I do on the second one of that one. You want to put that stitch marker through that stitch so that you can keep an eye on where that is in the future. So when it says place the stitch marker, you're just placing it in, and then you get ready for round number 3. So this is what it looks like at this moment. Let's begin round 3. So the third of the 4th round, this is almost done already, so we're gonna do a same repeat pattern. So the next stitch is gonna be 1 single crochet in the same stitch, or in the next stitch, and then the next one has 2, and you're gonna repeat that idea going all the way around. So there's gonna be 2 into that stitch, and then the next one has 1 into the next stitch, and then the next one has 2 into the next stitch. So 1 and 2. The next one has 1, so 1, and the next one has 2, so 1 and 2. The next one has 1, and the next one has 2. 1 and 2, and then the next one has 1, and if your counts are right, the very last stitch should have 2. So it's just a matter of just keeping that pattern continuing along. And what I'm recommending is then move your stitch marker one more time to that second stitch so you can see it in the future, and then we're gonna do the fourth and final round. So it still looks like a circle, but that will change after the next round. So the fourth and final round, here's what it's gonna be. In the next stitch you are going to apply 1 single crochet, a half double crochet, and a single crochet all in the same stitch, and that is the first corner of your pentagon. The next 2 stitches are going to be 1 single crochet each. So 1 and 2. So let's do another corner. So the corners are going to be 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 single crochet all in the same stitch, and then the next 2 are by themselves. So 1 and 2. Okay, let's do it again. So another corner. So 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet, and then the next 2 are by themselves. And you keep doing that all the way around until you get the 5 sides done. So another corner. So it's 1 single, 1 half, 1 single, and the next 2 are by themselves. So 1 and 2, and then finally another corner. So 1 single, 1 half, 1 single, and then the next 2 are by themselves. So you're back to where you started and you can tell that by the stitch marker. And what the designer is recommending is that you slip stitch the next 2 to get over to the half double crochet, which is the first corner that you did. So it's the middle of the first corner that you did. So it's the half double crochet, and then leave a 24-inch strand of yarn which you will use to sew in the project later on the ship. So cut that to be 24 inches and just pull that through. And you need to do a total of 5 of these plain pentagons for the ship, and then just you can remove the stitch marker out. If you were having trouble identifying the 4 of the 5 corners, then what you can just do is just in the half double crochet you can mark it with the stitch marker and just save that and bring that with you on the ship. So this is how you do the pentagons that's in the cruise clues. Please make 5 of the same color of these. For the pentagon, I forgot to show you, but I've taken the starting strand and I wove it in and out of the project 3 times. You don't see it on the front side here because I just stayed to the back side. And take the starting strand and go in and out 3 times. You can't just cut that yarn and just let it be, because it will come out because it's a magic circle. So just make sure you secure that before moving on to your next motif.